Good morning. So I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not a gear review guy, but that being said, I'm going to show you something that I got that I was pretty happy with. Um, I'm going to show you the REI Groundbreaker 2 tent. When I was looking and doing some research online, looking at different tents, looking at different setups, that caught my eye because of the price point. I think at REI is like $75. There's no bells and whistles. It's not, super light. I think it comes in about 5 pounds. But that being said, it's a pretty good tent. So I thought I would go ahead and just kind of show it to you, just on the off chance that if somebody's looking in YouTube for reviews or whatever, and you see this, you could get a feel for what it's like. I did a review a little while ago for the Ridge outdoor gear hammock that I was pretty happy with, and I bought this tent about the same time, and so I thought I'd just show it to you, see what you think. Maybe it will help you make a purchase. This is the tent. It's the REI Groundbreaker 2. It does come with a rain fly, and you attach the rain fly underneath with the little red Velcro straps to the poles, and this grommet down here goes under the tent pole there, and then there's some tie outs on the rain fly right there, but when I'm not using it, I kind of throw it back. It makes the door a little accessible. So on the outside of the tent, we have some really nice, easily accessible zippers. Double zipper inside here. Just very simple system. I've seen some very nice, expensive tents with zipper systems that just don't make a lot of sense to me. I went to REI and kind of played with some of the tents and looked at them there, and then also looked at other reviews online. And man, for the price point, it's just kind of hard to beat this tent. So inside here, I do have a Nemo sleeping bag, which is pretty great. It was a Forte 20. So I know that if you're looking for a decent bag, that suited me pretty well. It got down to about 32, 34, somewhere in there last night, and it was a very comfortable bag. But the inside of the tent, it is a two-person tent, and you could make it work. It would be snug, but it's a pretty great one-person tent. I had room for a lot of my gear. You see, you do have this window over here. There is only one door, obviously. There's not another door over there, so if you are used to that comfort, that is something that's missing on this tent. So if you're on the far side, you're gonna have to climb over somebody to get out. But again, it's a $75 tent. What do you want? I didn't have any moisture issues. I didn't have any moisture collecting and dripping down on me like you see in some tents. It's a very, very easy setup tent. You can see the top is all mesh, very well ventilated, mesh all the way across the top. There is no gear storage up top, but there are little tie outs here if you wanted to get one or fashion your own somehow. And then it does have storage pockets in the corner, and there's one on each corner in the tent. So if you're laying head to toe on both sides, you each have a little storage pocket there. So not a real fancy tent, but it's a pretty good one. Again, for the price point, kind of hard to beat. Again, there are some tie outs on the rain fly itself. I was able to tie that down. It does help using the tie outs, but one thing that I don't like about this tent is there are no tie outs on the tent itself. The tie outs are on the rain fly, so and only in the corners. So you can see I've got a little wind, and right now it's probably I'd say a 3 to 5 mile an hour wind through the trees. Earlier it was a little more than that, probably a good solid 10 mile an hour wind for a while. But you can see on the tent here, with no tie outs, it was really pushing this inside. It would have been really nice if they had a few more dollars spent on this for a tie out down here or wherever to make this a little bit more solid. But it's not there. But it's a $75 tent. I didn't have any rain last night, so I can't really tell you, how waterproof it is. But I would imagine, based on some of the other reviews that I saw on REI's website, that the waterproofing doesn't seem to be an issue. So I'll give you another shot just from a distance. Kind of walk around so you can see. Again, one window on the far side. Your door. And then this way. Over here. I do have a ground mat that I found at REI's garage sale. So, or a footprint, if you will. And then while I'm mentioning it, I had, and this is like a commercial for REI. I didn't mean for that to be. It's just where I got my stuff, most of it. But it was a Flash 3-season insulated ground pad, which is pretty great. You see it down here. Pretty good. I didn't have any problems losing air on it. There's mixed reviews on that ground pad. A lot of people didn't like it. Said it had pinhole leaks in it. That has not been my experience, but granted, I haven't used it a whole lot. I probably only slept on it probably 3 or 4 times, but I haven't had any issues. So there you go. I'm not a gear review guy, like I said earlier, but when I was in the process of buying some stuff and researching some stuff, it was helpful to get on YouTube and see what real life people, not just anonymous reviewers, had to say about it, and maybe see some pictures of what it looked like. So I thought, just on the off chance that if someone is searching REI tent in YouTube or whatever, and they stumbled across this review, that maybe it would be helpful, or at least answer some questions. But yeah, I mean, if you liked it, let me know. More as an experiment than anything, just to see if that actually helped. So comment or like it. Just let me know that it was helpful to you, or not helpful to you, I guess, as well. But anyway, I enjoyed it. It's a great tent. I'll be using it again. And yeah, thanks REI for having a return policy that if it's a horrible tent, I could take it back too. One of the perks of spending a couple extra dollars and getting stuff at a store that takes being outside easily, or takes it as being an important thing. You know what I'm trying to say. It's cold. It's getting colder and windy. REI Groundbreaker 2 tent. Thanks.